Hi YouTube family, this is Abhishek again. Today I'm going to be reviewing, rather giving reaction on the first two episodes of House of Dragon. This will be full of spoilers because it is no way possible to not give spoilers and review every episode. But at the end of the entire season, I will do a spoiler-free review of the entire season. So yeah, let's get into it. House of Dragon, the story starts 172 years before Daenerys Targaryen was born. In this scenario, King Jaehaerys Targaryen, who is the old king, he ruled for more than 50 years. He is going to transfer his throne to his successor, and there are two contestants. One is Viserys Targaryen, and another one is Rhaenys Targaryen. Viserys is married to Aemma, and Rhaenys Targaryen is married to Corlys Velaryon. Now, of course, because it's a patriarchal society, the council chooses Viserys Targaryen, and that's how it goes on. And the story starts 9 years after Viserys has been announced king, where he is now the king. And next challenge is who he is going to announce as his next heir. On one hand, he has his daughter named Rhaenyra Targaryen, and then there is his brother Daemon Targaryen. Now, both have different personalities. Rhaenyra rides a dragon. She is very fierce. She is, at the same time, she is smart. But Daemon, on the other hand, is a bit raw. He's full of emotions. He's a bit aggressive. He's a very complex character, but at the same time, he loves his family. So, because of this, the small council of the king, where the hand of the king and the grand maester and different other close people to the king, has suggested him to make him the commander of the Knights Guard. And he has his own, group of people who he called them the hounds, and they are faithful to him, and he's doing keep bringing in law and order to the realm. On the other hand, Rhaenyra Targaryen, she is riding the dragon Syrax, who and she is very passionate. She is not the normal, like, shy and concerned about her beauty kind of a princess. Rather, she is very active, and she wants to know how to rule. She is kind of the cup wine bearer of the small council. It's kind of a way for her to learn how the small council works, kind of an internship, as we can say. So this is the dynamics of these two, but at the same time, King Viserys's wife, Aemma Targaryen, is expecting a baby, and Viserys wants this to be a son, so that he can announce that baby to be his next heir. Now, a very sad thing happens is while giving birth to the baby, Grandmaster sees that the baby is breached and there is no technology to save both of them. So, only one has to be saved, that is the baby. Anyway, Aemma will not make it. So, the Grandmaster suggests the king to make a choice to lose both or retain the prince, if we know if it is the prince. So they make an incision, cut her belly, and bring out the boy, which is a very gruesome scene, where internet is making a lot of noise about it. But guys, what do you expect in Westeros? These things will be shown, and if you don't have a strong heart, have you forgotten the Red Wedding, or like the massive massacres, or the dragons burning the people by Daenerys? So if that is the case, you cannot handle House of Dragon. Anyway, moving on, Aemma Targaryen dies in the birth bed, as well as after a few minutes, unfortunately the new prince also dies. Everyone is in sorrow. Rhaenyra Targaryen wants to support her father, but she has a very complex relationship with her father, because she thinks her father wants a son who can be the heir, and she is not able to support this mourning king. So there is this scene where on the cremation phase, the queen as well as the babies laid out and they has to be cremated, but she's not able to approach her own father so that she can provide her support, and she goes to Syrax and she makes that famous command, Dracarys, and he cremates, he with the fire breathing, the cremation happens, which is legendary. It brings old memories, and it was really full of emotions as per se. Daemon, on the other hand, announces himself to be the next heir. The hand of the king, whose name is Otto Hightower, tells this to the king, and the king banishes him to the Dragonstone, and this ruins their relationship, and Daemon leaves. And now the king announces Rhaenyra Targaryen to be his new heir. All the kings and the lords of the seven kingdoms bows before her and accepts her to be the next heir, and that is the end of the first episode. It was a very good episode, I would say. It took me right in. It was engaging. Only complaint I would say is the dark scenes of the series, like when it is dark and the scenes are at night, it is so dark, like they need to improve this, they need to improve their lighting, like I want to see the battle or the fight scenes at dark, or the conversations, whatever it is, I want to see that. That's a bit uncomfortable. Other than that, I don't have any complaints as for say on the pilot. Coming to the next episode, what happens is the hand of the king, Otto Hightower, pushes his own daughter, Alicent, to the king, and he wants basically the king to be seduced by his daughter so that he marries his daughter, and he can have a better control over the throne. So this is going on. At the same time, Corlys Velaryon pushes his 12-year-old daughter to the king so that there can be a good relationship and a coming together of the Targaryen as well as the Velaryon family, and the bond becomes much more stronger. To this, Rhaenys Targaryen and Rhaenyra Targaryen sees this, and they have a very legendary conversation between them that about patriarchy, and women will never be given the rights of becoming a queen, and there will always be a next heir which can replace Rhaenyra Targaryen. But Rhaenyra feels confidence on her, and she believes that she can be the next queen, but at the same time she has her own vulnerabilities as well. Now Alicent Hightower and her father's relationship is very complex, as well as Rhaenyra Targaryen and Viserys Targaryen, their relation is very complex. So there is a scene here where Daemon Targaryen, by some virtue, steals one of the dragon eggs, and he is announcing to be wedding a new girl, and maybe it was a lie that she is already carrying his child, and he wants that egg to be put in the baby's cradle. I think he is looking for attention from the king, and he wants to make his mark in the kingdom. That's why he does that. And Rhaenyra says to the king and the small council she wants to go and talk to Daemon, but they don't allow her. And on the other hand, she is treated as a princess and sent to do normal chores, small ones, like selecting a king's guard or something like that. Otto Hightower goes to Dragonstone to take back the egg, but Daemon won't give it easily, and to our surprise element, Rhaenyra comes with her big dragon Syrax, and she talks to Daemon, and she gets the egg back. So this shows that she is having the political abilities. She is strong, she is very much capable to become the next queen, which this is to set up all these things that she will be not the next queen. But at the same time, she has her vulnerabilities, and she has to work extra hard to the for the king to prove her worth. On the other hand, the queen is dead, and the king has to select a new wife to be his queen, and there are two options. One is Alicent Hightower, and another option is Laena Velaryon. Now the king chooses Alicent as his queen, which will ruin his relationship with Corlys Velaryon, and how that will turn out to be. Because Corlys Velaryon is the lord of the sea and the ships, and many of his troops are being destroyed and treated badly and murdered by a person called Crab Feeder. He is a prince who is taking up most of his ships and torturing all those salesmen. Next will be he is now aligning with Daemon, so that can be avoided, because the king is not listening to him, and he is offended by not bringing the Targaryen and the Velaryon houses together, which the king is not doing, and going with the Hightower. So this is going to make interesting choices moving forward, how the politics will turn out. Since the king is marrying Alicent, she will have her own children who will also have the right to the throne. How will Rhaenyra Targaryen prove her worth, and how these things go? So this politics, the family drama, and up front of everything are the magnificent dragons. This is unfolding the story little by little in every episode, and I'm loving it. We know that Game of Thrones didn't live up to our expectation in last 2 seasons, but it looks like it has hooked me again. Let me know what you think of the first 2 episodes, and give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more House of Dragon content. Have discussion forums. Let's discuss, what do you think about different characters, what do you think could have been improved, and let's chat and collaborate. I'm doing this for fun. Let's join with me and have fun. Thank you everyone for watching. See you on next Sunday. Thank you.